rush is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll go on the ground. And right away, he lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. After all the turnover woes that they had last week, another turnover on the first drive of the game.
And when you dive into the analytics of football, it's real simple. If you're down in turnover margin, you're not going to win very many football games. The best teams always rank in the upper part of the league in terms of turnover margin.
And last week's number for them was 5 turnovers. And as you saw, another one there. They'll set up a throw. Open man, his shrinks are complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now back to throw. And it is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now a first down throw, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Michael Pruitt, the big tight end, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. Point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Reset. Richmond.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson going up top. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
Tiger.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Black, got it out, feel it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Heavy rush, and down he goes. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of the quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can make a play in football.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's when we're kickers watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Rats.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's across the 40 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got it before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
He'll get it up the middle, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Second and goal from the 6 this time. They're going to look to throw. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 59 yards.
Black, no, feel it. Richmond. Come back.
From the red zone now, Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer. You and I have seen some great catches throughout our days calling these games. A spectacular grab there, just a receiver making a wonderful play.
When there's a chance to get 6 points on the board, you see a little extra effort sometimes. A terrific layout to go get the football.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he's going to be up around the 45-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Try to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. He's showing the different ways he can hit you in this first quarter. One rushing, one receiving touchdown.
He's showing us he's not just a stereotype, isn't he? Not just a guy who carries the ball in the backfield, can get out into space, make plays with his hands downfield. That's a pretty good combination right there.
Defensively, you'd prefer to be going against the stereotype, wouldn't you?
At least you know where he is, right? That gives you a chance to get more people to him and get him on the ground.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On first down, Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Target! Come back!
On first down, it's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, probably they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit and not go down and fumble the ball.
Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. And they'll go ground game here to the 10 line. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Over!
Now they try the right side here. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. He'll look to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that's the bend-to-bend break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating.
Go back.
Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, but pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Tiger.
From the gun, here's Watson. Quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Reset.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Richmond.
Here's Watson now on second down. Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Raiders. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time.
No,
But that
no,
offense,
check,
they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this
I
time.
don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about
Bashed it.
that. Super toe.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Well, after those plays, the offense coordinator has to feel like he has balance in his favor. Threw it, then ran it, both for nice chunks of yardage. Now he feels like he's got things going in his direction, but the defensive coordinator, his guys are off balance a little bit. How does he set up, and what does he plan for in the next play? Is there a tendency there he can look in on and maybe set his defensive call?
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You played through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll look to throw here. This is Cooper. It's Cooper. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They'd have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
A gain of 32 that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Richmond.
To throw on second down. Watson. He's going to fire one, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back in the back seven, phenomenal.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's only found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Come back, come back.
Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Khalil Mack in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And he gets this away. Look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they'll run it here. And not much room there, so he'll get it up only to about the 21. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. They'll drop the throw. He sets to fire deep. But he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out comes Houston. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Watson on 1st down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Watson now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Here's Watson operating from the gun. He's going to go for a big play. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Richmond.
Watson looks to throw again. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll give it to him up the middle. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now Watson. It's caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Texans get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them 1 closer. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off of play action, it's Watson. Throws running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Come back.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Following a punt of 47. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now out comes Houston. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in his drive. Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if something like that, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Brings it in over the middle. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Richmond!
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is fielded at the 27. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Inside the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
First play of the drive. Excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Andre Howe, the one to bring him down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short game.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Come back, come back.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And an alley to run. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Back to throw, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he's standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Come back, come back.
3rd and 2, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To the air yet again. Watson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Richmond.
Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Edwards in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's gonna fire one. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Do jet. Target.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And incomplete, crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Tiger.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective game nonetheless.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey. Richmond.
Again, it's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Tiger.
They'll go with Foreman. Fighting out the defender. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd and goal from the 1. He'll get it up the middle. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have cut it to within a score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time.
Laddie,
take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And it's a touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So out come the Raiders. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Well, nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Lucky 56.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. To throw on 2nd is Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll go on the ground. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! Gun!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is Moncrief for the catch. They're able to rip off a chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
All right, now, look at 56.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit. Even though I'm not rooting for either team, that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time, and it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. That's now a 2nd interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And this is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's 3rd down. We'll not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Richmond.
Watson now to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 60 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Open man is Switzer complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Run by Foreman to start the drive. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Richmond.
Throwing now, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Houston, the win for them is number 6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Oakland, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.